Trump there last hour. I'm joined now here on the deck of the Intrepid by Sean Spicer, Chief Strategist, top communications guy for the Republican National Committee. Sean, thank you for coming out here in New York. Hey, let's jump into this a little bit. I want to talk about this issue of trust that we've been discussing, this idea of military members trusting Donald Trump. You are in the Navy Reserves. He has talked about waterboarding. He has talked about NATO allies. Do you trust him to be the commander-in-chief?
Of course, absolutely. And more importantly, it's what the American people do. You've seen the polls that you right through your own network here. The gap is huge. More Americans trust Donald Trump, more feel confident that he can handle the national security of the military. He's 20 points up among people who are serving and veterans. That's important, and I think going in tonight is going to be even stronger.
But traditionally, we often see the Republican do better with military members and veterans, and the issue for Donald Trump has always been he can't just keep the status quo, right? He's got to broaden his base.
Sure. We've got to continue to grow the party, and I think you're seeing that, and that's why the polls are tightening. Over the last couple of weeks, he's made a tremendous effort to outreach to different communities, and again, each week that you're seeing, whether it's the state polls, the CNN poll, the LA Times poll, not only are they tightening, but now he's in the lead, and I think you're going to continue to see that over the next couple of weeks.
But more people trust Hillary Clinton, as Peter was just saying, when it comes to the use of nuclear codes. Is that not a red flag for you?
No, because I don't think we're going to need to use the nuclear codes.
You chuckle, but
the answer is, look, if you want to pick apart an entire poll, the bottom line is right now we've gone from being anywhere from 7 to 10 points down to 2 points up, and I think you're going to continue to see that in the battleground states as we move forward. But the bottom line is Hillary Clinton has an overall trust issue. People don't trust her. They think she has a second set of rules for herself. They don't want to abide by what everyone else is. And I think this is not just a thing that happened recently. Over the last 30 years, people have completely lost trust in the Clintons' ability to care for themselves as they care for others.
Okay, so you talk about trust. Let me switch over to this discussion of something with trust with Donald Trump and this issue with Pam Bondi, the question marks that have been raised about his interactions with her, the foundation's interactions. How is that not pay for play?
Because you have a law. First of all, to equate the two events as being anywhere similar is literally.
I'm not equating. I'm asking you about the issue.
Because I think the one is a pattern of trading government access for contributions, which is what the Clinton Foundation you see over and over again. This idea of hiding the secret server, communication, and people being on both payrolls, going back and forth. What you saw with Pam Bondi is a longtime friend receiving a contribution from a longtime friend. Republicans give to Republicans. But look at the math. There were 48 other.
This is just some talk among friends to you.
No, this is a friend supporting another friend running for office. Not surprising. Reality is that Hillary Clinton, when it came to the Clinton Foundation, isn't even abiding by the New York laws when it comes to the transparency of the Clinton Foundation. The New York Attorney General has spent more time targeting Donald Trump than he has enforcing New York's own laws.
I understand your point, but Donald Trump did potentially get something out of his interaction, Republicans supporting Republicans with Pam Bondi.
What was that?
Well, listen, he was able to get, Trump University, the issue.
Right, and so for that one contribution, 48 other attorneys generals throughout the country also agreed. So that was a pretty good deal, but I don't think that's true. He gave a friend a contribution, and every other attorney general except one who's a political friend and ally of Hillary Clinton in this state agreed with Pam Bondi. So I'm really not sure. It is literally an apples and oranges. I get why they're trying to equate it. They've got a big problem with the Clinton Foundation. More and more of these emails come out showing the paper play, and they have to distract. I get their political tactic on this, but it is ridiculous that we're even having the two discussions in the same conversation.
Let me shift gears and leave that there and I've got to ask you about Roger Ailes. On Tuesday, Fox News' parent company settled with Gretchen Carlson over those allegations that Ailes sexually harassed her, allegations that Ailes denies. I want to pull up that full screen. In the company's statement, they write, quote, "We sincerely regret and apologize for the fact that Gretchen was not treated with the respect and dignity that she and all of our colleagues deserve." I pose this question to you as a Trump advisor. Should your candidate cut ties with Roger Ailes?
Well, again, he's innocent until proven guilty. I don't know. As you mentioned, he hasn't agreed to anything. He hasn't stated anything. He's maintained his innocence. Fox News has to make a decision. What they want to do as a business, as an enterprise, that's their decision. They know what the facts are, or what their investigation yielded, and they've got to make decisions that are in best interest. Mr. Trump, Mr. Ailes have been friends for decades, and I think, they continue to maintain that friendship.
Kellyanne Conway, who you know well, obviously, was on Good Morning America this morning, as Peter Alexander referenced just a short time ago. She was asked about the Ailes relationship with the Trump, and she said, "I don't know." What is the relationship between?
I think they're
him and
friends. I mean, to the extent that I haven't.
Is he helping with debate prep? Is he advising?
They talk often. I think there's a lot of people who give Mr. Trump advice who are longtime friends of his who he communicates back and forth with. I don't see a big problem there. I'm sure that there are people. I mean, you look at someone like Chris Matthews or people on your network that have longtime Democratic ties to operatives. I'm sure that that's the same there. There are people that have done things. So I understand people have longtime relationships in politics, and they're not just going to stop at the water's edge because we're in the campaign season.
And it's an appropriate relationship in your view?
Two friends talking? Sure.
Dallas Morning News, we referenced it a little bit ago, endorsing Hillary Clinton the first time since prior to World War II. That paper in Texas, Red Texas, has endorsed a Democrat. How concerning is that to you when you look at some of the recent polling that's happened there? You chuckle that we're even talking about Texas.
The idea that an editorial board in the media endorses a Democrat, I get they don't generally do that, but that does not worry me. Texas is going to maintain very red. I think we're going to do just fine, and we're going to continue to advance through states like Ohio, Florida. We're doing great in a state like Nevada. I mean, look, the reality is...
Not so well in a place like North Carolina.
No, but we are extending the map. When Romney ran for...
Where?
Hold on, I just mentioned Iowa, Nevada, New Hampshire, Maine, too.
Arizona's in play.
No, it's not. I think Arizona is... You guys have fallen for this for the last several cycles. Georgia, Arizona, everybody does it. It turns red and you go, well, maybe next cycle. We're going to maintain all those states. Trust me.
All right. I look at the numbers. I base it on the figures, Sean, but I appreciate you coming on. I know. Thank you so much for being with us.
You bet.
Good to see you.